Hey everybody, we're going to do this super candidly. My name is Tanner Yarrow. I'm the creator of Yarrow Studios. If you're watching this, you probably backed the Immersive Battle Map book on Kickstarter. And I just wanted to give some kind of candid advice to those of you looking to kind of do it yourself and kind of give just a little bit more background and insight into this journey and this process. Tip number one: when beginning a process, the most important thing you can do at the earliest stages of product development is come up with a MVP.
An MVP is a minimum viable product. A minimum viable product is a product with just enough features to satisfy early customers and provide feedback for future product development. Gathering insights from an MVP is often less expensive than developing a product with more features, which increases costs and risk if the product fails.
So what that is that's basically in the simplest version, in the most minimal, simplest sellable product version of your product. So let's get that across the screen. And this was the very first version of the map book. Now, as you can see, there were a couple of things that I did. First, I got the art created. We made the art. I just wanted an in to start it off with. I threw one of the previous Kickstarters that I'd backed on the board, and I went with the only resource that was available to me was the local university's print shop. Set me back about $22 if I remember correctly. University print shops are like the best kept secret. Tip number 2: energy drinks are your best friend. All right, everybody. Step number 4. Tip number 4: do your research. Now, there's nothing more important when developing a product than checking to see what other similar products are out there. Now, if your product already exists on the market, that doesn't mean that you can't compete. That doesn't mean that you can't be the next best thing in that space. It's just going to require maybe a little more innovation. I started doing some research, tried to figure out what I wanted the book to look like. I very quickly learned that the spiral binding probably wasn't going to do it. I started researching how I could take it to the next level. Tip number 5 has got to be dream big. Follow your dreams. Okay, no, but for reals. Tip number 5 is dream big. When I develop a product, I always think of what is the best, most insane, most incredible product features and product I can come up with. And the next step after that is figuring out how to keep that magic but make a cost-effective, affordable, sellable product. And that sometimes means to take the dream and figure out how it's going to work. So, a couple of things that I knew that I wanted after talking and consulting with you guys. Step number 7: consult your backers, consult the community, communicate with your community, build a community, foster community. So, tip number 9 is to communicate. We are on Kickstarter. We have our product figured out for the most part. Our business model is set and awesome. Our pricing is there. Now we need to communicate with our community. We need to create that community. We need to be transparent with our community. When we make mistakes, we need to own that mistake and say, I, Tanner Yarrow, screwed up. I'm sorry. I will fix it. And then you need to fix it. I saw that as one of the most important community building processes that I could possibly have. I've backed a number of Kickstarters, and one of the most frustrating things to me is when you're given excuses from your creators, when you are given nothing from your creators, when there's a lack of communication. And I think that communicating regularly, being active in the Facebook group, being active on the Kickstarter page, regular updates even when there is nothing to update could not be more important. I am so proud of the community that we have been able to create, the trust that we have been able to develop. I just want to say I am so excited for you guys to get your books. I'm more excited to continue to develop stuff in this space and develop it with you. Again, if you've made it this far in the video, feel free to reach out anytime via Facebook or other avenues if you have a product or idea and want my help or insight. I appreciate you all. I'm going to go get back to sending out tracking numbers. Thanks, everybody.